Hello, all my chickadees. Welcome back to A Pact with me. I do believe this is part 5, so we're rolling right along. So I think we're probably on day 4. If you haven't seen episodes 1 through 4, they're up on my channel, so go check them out. Let's see. We're right here. Yeah, okay. We are a demon, and we're taking care of our lovely potential meal tickets here, because we are very, very hungry. But, Lucifer said he was going to whip something up for us, so I wonder what that's going to be. Like, is he going to be able to find us a soul we can eat? I don't know, but let's find out. Alright, let's jump back in, and I'm going to keep my normal order here. So, Renin, Chapter 4. Wonder how many chapters there are. I traveled to visit Renin at his place of residence. Once I spotted him on the couch, I joined him and took a seat by his side. How was your day? It was okay. Okay? What will I have to do for him to tell me that his day went well? How was yours? You're asking me how my day went? Who else is there in this room? Well, I never knew you cared about me, Renin. I just asked the same question as you. It's nothing special. Aw, don't act so shy. I'm starting to regret summoning you. Don't be like that. Seeing that irritated face always makes teasing him so satisfying. Anyway, did you give the scout a call? I did, and I already went ahead and signed a contract. Oh, dude, look at him. Because we, hooked him up with talking to a scout last part. It would be stupid not to make a deal with a huge agency like theirs. Though, I do find something quite odd. There's suddenly a slot open at the concert that they're holding today since an artist suddenly fell sick. So they asked me to fill in as a surprise guest. Are we responsible for that? Are we the reason somebody suddenly fell sick? They told me to play one song. The same one that I played at the bar since I really liked it. Isn't that a weird request since I joined just recently? Usually I thought it would take months or even years for that stage. Barely any preparation with me whatsoever? Situation feels unheard of. With me, you'll be speedrunning experience and success. Waiting is not in my book. I can grant you anything in a blink of an eye. You have something to do with this? I just influenced a few humans with my little bit of magic. Well, even though it's so sudden, I'm grateful for the opportunity. After passing his thanks, Renin smiled before sheepishly averting his gaze. It was short, but a smile is still a smile, so I'll take it. I feel as though it's way too soon, though, asking me to suddenly perform tonight. I don't think I'm mentally prepared. The stage seemed really huge compared to the bar. It's a proper concert hall, after all. I noticed Renin biting down on his fingernails as he grew anxious. Do you want me to accompany you to the hospital? Or to the hospital? Oh my gosh. To the concert. I don't know where I pulled out hospital. Well, maybe because I'm playing Blackout Hospital too, so... Okay, he's not going to the hospital. He's not. He's going to a concert. Huh? You will? You looked upset when I didn't accompany you last time, so I didn't want to make you sad twice. I wasn't upset because of you. Look at that blush. Look at that blush. I think that says otherwise. So, you don't want me to come? I... Maybe... Say it without any hesitancy, or I won't come. Alright, fine, I do. I want you to come with me. Renin was clearly annoyed by my persistence, but I liked seeing him get all riled up. But I wonder if I'm allowed to bring a guest with me. I should give them a call. Before he could reach for the phone, I grabbed his wrist to stop him. Informing them won't be necessary. In my demon form, humans won't be able to see me, so I can just sneak around. But you're an exception to that since you summoned me. That's good to know. At least I won't be as nervous since I won't be alone. Oh, that's pretty cool. Instant camouflage in demon form. I glanced at the clock to check the time. It was already evening. What time do you have to get to the concert? Right now, actually. Then why are you still sitting here? 'Cause I'm feeling nervous. Well, you're gonna be late if this keeps on. I pushed his shoulders to drag him out the door. Wait, I need to get my guitar! The two of us arrived backstage in time. While the performers in the earlier lineup performed, Renin was getting his makeup done. I said as I patiently waited for my companion in his private room. Yep, there's us in our demon form. Well, this is boring. After waiting for an hour, Renin finally entered the private room. You look the same. Didn't you get some work done on you? I did. I usually wear makeup, so you won't be able to tell the difference. But apparently the clothes I'm supposed to wear vanished. You think a ghost took it? It's weird hearing a demon talk about ghosts, even if you're just joking. Anyway, someone saw a person who was wearing a mask take it. Sounds like someone is trying to sabotage you. I doubt it, since I barely know anyone, but... tongue-tied. I doubt it, since barely anyone knows that I'm a guest performer. It was never revealed to the public. And besides, not many people know me since I'm not famous. Yet. We gonna make you famous, boy. All those components do make it sound like someone would steal your clothes. How will you resolve the issue, though? The staff is arranging a new outfit for me, but this incident just makes me feel anxious. I mean, could this be a bad omen that my performance won't go well? Of course it isn't. Everything will turn out well as long as I'm here. Renin brought his hand to his lips before biting his nails. Still, I'm really nervous. Don't eat your nail polish. My bad. He's chewing on his fingernails. Yeah, don't eat that. It's a little toxic, buddy. The musician kept his hands down, but instead he bit down on his lip. But he was only able to do so on one side since there's a piercing on the other. You keep biting. Want a pacifier or something? Don't joke around. I'm genuinely nervous, okay? Now self-aware of him biting things, Renin tapped on his fingers. But it still wasn't enough to calm him down since his lips quivered. I stretched my arm out to hold it out in front of his face. Bite on my fingers. Who needs a pacifier? You have demon fingers to bite on. What? It's better than chewing on your lips or nails. I mean, I don't need your hand when I can use my own. But that'll leave marks on your skin when you're about to stand on stage. You'll also feel pain and hurt yourself. It's fine. You can hurt me. Oh. He's like nibble on my finger. Oh, that's like cute. With my permission, Renin reluctantly opens his jaws wide before sinking his teeth into my skin. I flinched as his fangs dug deeper into me. Am I hurting him? I felt the strength from his jaws weaken as he slowly retracted. Don't worry, I'm not hurt. Bite down on me hard if you must release all the tension in your body. Then Renin sank his teeth into my skin yet again, but with more force compared to last time. If I wasn't a demon, I wonder if I would have bled. So do demons not bleed? Interesting question. Or maybe his skin is tougher than humans, is what he's implying. After a few more seconds, Renin removed his mouth from me. Feeling better? Yeah. Strangely, I needed that. He needed to nibble on something. Maybe I should get you a dog bone next time. Oh gosh. Whatever. Joke around as you like. But, thanks anyway. I feel less anxious. Renin stared at the dark bite mark that he had left. That looks deep. Well, it is. You bit down on me quite hard. Oh, our conversation was interrupted when we heard a knock on the door. Renin, you're up soon. Let's get you prepared. Upon hearing this, I playfully nudged the musician with my elbow. You'll do all right. I'll watch over you like a guardian angel. An angel? You? He chuckled out loud before leaving the room. Since there was multiple artists in the lineup, Renin only performed a single song. But even as a guest performer, he did well since the hyped crowd cheered for him. Maybe now his name will be more known. After his performance, he quickly packed up and left the concert hall, and I followed suit. Why the rush to leave? Because my adrenaline is still pumping like crazy from the stage. I need to calm down. Renin quickened his pace, but I caught up to him. Slow down. Can't keep up with a human? No, if you're rushing, you might bump into someone or something. I wrapped an arm around his waist and pulled him to a halt. Hey, calm down. The concert's over. You did well. I know, but... I pressed my palm against Renin's chest, only to hear it beating loudly. Do you want to bite me again? To release the tension in your body? No, it's fine. It's like, bite me. I don't want to hurt you again. If only there's some other way to make me feel less anxious. In that case, it should be fine as long as your mouth is occupied, right? We're gonna kiss him. What do you mean? Ha! I called it! Without warning, I pressed my lips against his. Though it was sudden, he seemed to be taking it quite well. I assumed he would push me away like he did during our first time, but he didn't. Wait a second. I'm getting carried away. Oh, tongue! Tongue! While Renin was about to open his mouth to speak, I used the opportunity to jam my tongue inside. I heard a muffled cry escape from his throat, so I read his thoughts to hear what he had to say. Is this supposed to calm me down? It's having an opposite effect. Since he was still restless, I rubbed my hand up and down his back to make him less tense. Renin responded by finally moving his mouth, twirling his wet muscle against mine. Well, we might not be calming him down, but we're definitely distracting him. Yep. Damn, I give up. I could feel his breath quicken as he impatiently took control. Since he was restlessly moving his tongue like no tomorrow, I could feel the saliva all over my lips. I grabbed his shoulder to push him away. The musician had his mouth parted as he gasped for air. You're a sloppy kisser. I just lost a bit of self-restraint there. As I wiped away the saliva from my mouth, I noticed that Renin was no longer fidgeting. Anyway, are you starting to feel more calm now? Sorta, in a weird way, because instead of the concert, I'm thinking about that kiss instead. If it sounds better, think of it as a little reward since you did well on stage. Renin grumbled before turning his head away. I don't need that kind of reward. Are you sure? Though that wasn't so bad. He liked it. I wonder how he would react if I told him that I could read his thoughts. Hey, you there. Renin, right? The two of us turned back to look where we heard a man yell out loud. You're the surprise guest performer, but how come I've never heard of you before? How did you even get on that stage to begin with when you're a nobody? Seems a little suspicious. I recently joined the agency, and they requested me since there's a spot available. Got a problem with that? I only asked a simple question. What is with a stinky attitude? You think you're mighty since you joined a big label, rookie? Are you picking on me because you're envious? You're only projecting onto me because you wanted to be the rookie who stood on the stage instead, right? Did you steal our clothes? Jealous? Of course not. Even when the man denied, it was plainly obvious that he was. Though I was genuinely surprised that Renin had the fire to fight back for himself. I just came here to tell you that your song was terrible. Worst I heard in years. If you think you're gonna make it, you're dreaming. You probably got on that stage because of some connection. But really, you won't go anywhere because talented losers like you can be replaced in the industry easily. Oh, come on. We worked so hard to build up his confidence, dude. Don't rip it down. Enjoy your short few minutes of fame and recognition while it lasts, because I know you're going to be irrelevant soon. Even though the stranger was projecting his jealousy into my companion, he was taking it too far. The insults clearly had an effect on Renin since he clenched his fist into a ball. Renin? You should hurt him. Remember to be the bigger person. We're demons, so I kind of want... Oh, wrong one. We're demons, so I kind of do want to hurt him. Is that bad? Darn me taking the good routes. Remember to be the bigger person. You're right. While the man continued to hurl insults at my companion, Renin covered his ears to block out the noise. Hey, listen to me. How dare you? Furious, the stranger stormed up to us. As he was about to raise his fist to punch Renin, we should have hurt him. We should have hurt him, guys. I kicked his abdomen with all my strength. Yes. Don't you dare lay a finger on him or I'll break it. Who are you? Butt out of our business. I grabbed his face and applied pressure to his skull. If this goes on, I could probably end your life easily. You're taking this joke too far, man. You think I'm joking? I strengthened my grip, causing him to yell out loud. Wait, please, I don't want to die. Since he pleaded, I slowly let go of my grip, and he used the opportunity to swiftly back away from me. Crazy bastard, who the hell are you? We are his bodyguard, yeah. Knowing who I am won't matter to you. Now, if you don't want me to beat you up, then get out of my sight. You two better watch your backs. I'll get you one day. After leaving a threat, the arrogant man eventually left us alone. Hey, Belial? Thanks for standing up for me. But I wonder if more people would be suspicious of me standing on that stage, since you did give me the opportunity so suddenly. Don't worry about what others think. You deserve to obtain quick gratification after all the hard work you put in for 5 years. When you say it like that, I guess I shouldn't let it bother me. Thanks for reassuring me. Since the tension was gone, I swung my arm over his shoulder. And look at you here. Aren't you saying thanks a little more often now? If you keep pointing that out, I won't show my appreciation to you anymore. I grinned at him in response. Later, I went back to hell. We could have hurt somebody. Ooh, Lulu, you got something for us? I have returned. Good. Come here. Lucifer motioned for me to stand next to him, and I obeyed without a word. He mentioned he was going to prepare something for me before. But what? I stared at his face in anticipation. To get some answers early, I read into his thoughts. Are you really using telepathy on me? I have nothing going on in my mind. Damn. He's like, bitch, please. You can't read my mind if I don't want you to read my mind, boy. He is the king of hell, guys. You know, I'm sure he has a few tricks up his sleeve. Lucifer then opened his mouth wide, and there I saw a blue orb swirling around. Is that a soul? I've just harvested a soul. But I'm not swallowing it because it's for you. Oh! He went and grabbed a soul and he's feeding it to us. Oh, Mama Bird moment. The Demon King grabbed the back of my neck before pulling me towards him. Once our faces were only inches apart, the blue orb jumped into my mouth. I had devoured plenty of souls during my lifetime, but this for sure feels different. Maybe because I haven't eaten for a century. Or maybe because the King of Hell is feeding me. As the last of the soul entered my throat, I could feel strength return to my body. Slowly, Lucifer moved away from me. Now that I've done you a favor, you have to repay me. Repay you? What do I have to do? Make sure you don't ever pull anything reckless, like starving yourself for a century ever again. But I might if I knew you would feed me in the end. Seriously, is there a Lucifer side route? Because I would go that way. The look on his face told me that Lucifer didn't appreciate my joke. Just kidding. I'll listen to you. Since you care so much, since you care about me so much, I don't want to worry you by starving myself anymore. I threw in another cheeky comment to tease the Demon King. But instead of brushing away my words, as per usual, he passed me a smile. Good. Please eat healthily. You can actually look cute when you smile. I can read your thoughts. And I'm free to think whatever I want. Lucifer went back to sitting on his throne like normal. Since I had been using a lot of energy lately, I was grateful he extended my lifeline. Who would have thought the King of Hell would do something nice for me? What do you say, buddy? Lucifer, may I prod you? What compelled you to ask such a strange request? I was curious to know how much I could pester you before you snap. You wish to irritate me? I wondered if you would slam me against the wall like before, if you were to be angered again. You're a masochist, aren't you? He might be, yes. Can you look in the mirror again? It's so cool. No. Okay, alright, let's go to our baby boy, Lior. I traveled to visit Lior at his place of residence. Hi, baby boy. Oh, yeah, isn't he gonna have, like, I was gonna say play date, but that's not right. Like, a get-together with his supposed new friend, and we're gonna tag along? We're taking a lot of field trips today. There, on the bed, sat the young man, blankly staring off into space. What might you be doing? Waiting for you? I sat next to him as I made myself comfortable on the surface. You're still gonna come with me to see Ira, right? Of course. I agreed to it already, so I won't be backing out. Shall we get going then? Lior and I arrived a bit too early at the location where we were supposed to meet up with his new friend. Beside me, my companion was texting on his phone. Ira said they'll be arriving in a few minutes. Lior shyly hugged his arms while his face turned a bright red. Are you nervous? Yeah, but I'm excited to meet them too. I wonder if Ira will like me in real life, just like in chat. I gave him a pat on his back to make him feel less rigid. It'll be fine. There's nothing to worry about. You're right. Thanks for reassuring me. You worry too much. I know, but I can't help it. Oh man, I feel like Ira's just using him. Maybe we should change the subject and stop talking about Ira for a moment, to make you feel less tense. Sure. What do you want to talk about? I've been meaning to ask you what your next wish is. I know you can request one any time, right? It's all right. I don't need it yet. The selfless nature of this human took me by surprise. Shouldn't he be taking advantage of my abilities? Why don't you want another wish? I'm still befriending Ira, so I don't need another wish. We're friends yet. Building one relationship is already overwhelming for me. More will just tire me out. I'd like to take things slow, if that's okay. Don't ask me. I'm the contractor supposed to listen to you, not the other way around. Out of the corner of my eye, I noticed Lior sneaking glances at me, like he always did whenever he wanted something. What do you want from me? Huh? I was amused by how surprised he was from a simple question. Were you jumpy because you were thinking about something naughty? Not at all. I was thinking about my next wish. So you do want one after all? Yeah. So I was thinking, the other day, you said, I won't grant your wish if you keep stumbling on your words. I'm sorry, let me try again. Lior cleared his throat before letting out a deep exhale. Why does he suddenly look so determined? The other day, you said I could practice with you, so for my second wish, can I kiss you? Oh, baby, that's a request. Yes. The odd request made my head tilt. I could grant you riches beyond what you can imagine, yet you asked for a kiss? You're silly. Regardless of what I said, I gave him a smooch on his cheeks. This is not me granting your wish. This is a complimentary gift from me. Lior touched the area where I had given him a quick pet. How come I only got one on my cheeks now, but you kissed my lips when I summoned you the other day? What? Do you want one on your lips? I see you're getting greedy. Well, lately I've been thinking about how your lips felt on mine for some reason. What kind of reason? I don't know. Lior covered his whole face with his arms to hide from my gaze. Oh. Never mind, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. I pried his hands off his face, only to see him blushing feverishly. I never denied your request. Then, can I? When I gave him my approval, Lior inched his face closer to mine as he closed his eyes shut. But he moved so fast that his nose bumped into mine. I recoiled from the sudden impact. Are you attempting to attack me? I wasn't. How did I mess up? I'm so embarrassed. Oh, baby. Sweet little boy. Before Lior could raise his hand to hide his face again, I grabbed his wrist to stop him. As much as I wanted to tease him, I held back since I didn't want to ruin his self-esteem any farther. Let's try again. Lior eagerly nodded before moving closer to me yet again. Oh, there you go. His lips touched mine properly this time. I could hear Lior's thoughts since they were overflowing. How do I move my lips? Think. Remember how they do it in the movies. Aww. Since he was lost, I took the initiative to take the lead. When I moved my lips, Lior squirmed under my touch. I took it a little farther and slipped my tongue into his mouth. Okay, within like a course of a day, we kissed Renin with tongue. We pretty much got a kiss from Lucifer because he was giving us food. And now we're having a nice a nice kiss with this boy. Belial's getting some action, guys. He's getting lots of action. I took it a little farther and slipped my tongue into his mouth. As I brushed a wet muscle against his, Lior quivered a bit. This feels so weird. Maybe this is too much for him. Should I stop? But it feels kind of nice. Nope, don't stop. Hearing his thoughts made me smile. All of a sudden, Lior pushed me away as horror spread across his face. What's wrong? I just remembered we're in public! I couldn't help but snicker at the sight of a very flustered Lior. Oh, now you realize you were the one who requested it first. I wasn't thinking about it since you were all I was focusing on. I like your honesty, but it was a good thing that we stopped since your friend is supposed to be arriving soon. True. I have expected the friend to be sitting there like gawking at us like, I didn't know you were bringing a boyfriend. Yeah. When are they coming? It's been more than a few minutes. I'm not sure. Oh no, are we gonna be ghosted? By the way, Belial, do you think it's okay to call Ira my friend? Why are you suddenly bringing this up? Haven't you been friends with him for a while now? Yeah, but I can't say for sure. I don't know if they'll hate me once they see me in real life. That again. I told you not to worry about it. Have some self-esteem. You don't understand, Belial. My eyes. Ira did show up! Is that you, Lior? I recognize that fluffy hair anywhere. The enthusiastic Ira waved at us before walking up to us. Hey. The moment they got closer to Lior, the expression on their face turned grim. Oh no. I swear, does he have a curse on him? Just a second ago, they were bright and chipper, so I didn't understand why their mood suddenly switched. How dare you stand in front of me, you disgusting brat. Oh no! What, Ira? No, not you two. Oh, he's crying already. The mere sight of you alone sickens me. Why? I thought you'd be different. Lior, obviously shaken, began to sob as his insults were hurled at him. Enraged, I came in between the two to split them apart. What's your problem? Isn't Lior supposed to be your friend? Why are you being hostile? Me? Friends with a loser like him? Don't make me laugh. Oh no! Whoa, check out his pupils. Whoa, cool, something's going on there. Before I had the chance to react, Lior grabbed Ira by the neck and exerted all his strength on the other. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it, buddy. Pain. The sudden violence took me by surprise because I knew he wasn't capable of hurting someone. I'm gonna make you feel pain, like what I've gone through my entire life. His voice turned deep, which I found odd. It was then I finally confirmed that this wasn't Lior. This was something else. Then I noticed something off about his eyes. There was a sigil inside which wasn't there before. It was a sign of Lucifer. Oh no! Oh no! Is our boss responsible for this? Lulu! What did you do? Ira gasped as they swung their arm frantically, unable to breathe. Let it play out. I always want to see what both options are. This is... it's so hard to choose, guys. I kind of do want to see it, let it play out, but when Lior comes back to himself, he'll feel so bad about hurting somebody. We want to protect our boy, right? I decided to step in before the situation escalates. Lior's grip was oddly stronger than expected, but I managed to remove his hands off his friend. Ira, now unconscious, slumped to the floor. I took their wrists and checked their pulse. It was still beating. Luckily, they were still alive, or else Lior would get in trouble. I returned my attention to my companion, who sat curled up on the floor, groaning in pain. I crouched down next to him to check his condition. Are you okay? I brushed his hair away and looked into his eyes. The sigil had disappeared, and so did the aurora of malice that was surrounding him a second ago. Because of the ruckus, an audience appeared as they crowded around us. What, never seen a couple of friends fight? Go on with your lies before I gouge out your eyes. With my threat, the crowd dissipated one by one. There's still a few, but at least it was less attention. I found Lior I felt Lior tug on my sleeves of my coat weakly. What do you mean fight? What happened? You and Ira just had one. Huh? I can't remember. He turned his head to look at Ira, who was still knocked out. What happened to them? Don't worry, they're alright. You really don't remember what you did. I recalled Ira saying those nasty things after they looked into my eyes. But at the moment I was so hurt and angry that everything went black. I wrapped my arms around Lior to comfort him, and he clenched into the back of my coat. What exactly did I do to Era? Did I hurt them? It's best if you don't know. Yeah, so it's good. I kind of wanted to see what happened if it played out. Would he have snapped his neck? Oh my gosh. That would have been dark. Oh man. But I didn't want our angel baby blaming himself, guys. Come on. That sounded like I did something terrible. Guess I should cut off contact with them later since I don't want to hurt them again. In the end, looks like I can't make a friend. My apologies. I failed to grant your wish. It's not entirely true, because you're my friend, right? I am. I heard a sniffle escape from him as he buried his face into my neck. I also apologize for not being aware of your situation. I finally understand now. The reason why everyone hates you without any reason is not because of anything you did. It's because you're cursed by Lucifer. Tears began to stream down his face as he absorbed the information. I'm cursed? Must be hard to comprehend, but it's the truth. Lior smiled at me while he wiped his tears away. All my life, I wondered what had to be done. I had done to be hated. I thought my face, and especially my eyes, were so hideous that people couldn't bear to see them. So now I'm glad. I'm glad it's not my fault. I'm so glad this hatred has nothing to do with me. I stroked my hand along his cheeks to wipe away the rest of his tears. Why are you being so optimistic in this situation? It only made me feel sorry for the human even more. Now that I knew the reason for this human's demise, I had to get to the bottom of this. Later, I went back to hell. Boss, we need to talk to you. I noticed that you don't hide the symbol on your face when you are in your human form. I don't, because it's an important essence that defines who I am. But are you not exposing yourself to the mortals? I'm not a well-known demon like you, so I doubt people would recognize my symbol anyway. Look! On his cheek, that was exactly what was in his eyes. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that was a sigil. So, that's Belial's signal. I thought it was just marks. Oh wow. You were too carefree, Belial. We need to talk to you. Why did you put a curse on our sweet baby angel, huh? Oops. Wrong button. Okay, let's go for our little psychopath. Shiloh, chapter 4. I traveled to visit Shiloh at his place of residence. It was no secret that I was giddy to tell him about the deeds I committed for him. Shiloh grinned when he noticed my arrival. I've come to give you good news. I know. Oh, you have that much faith in me? Well, I did see the results already. Cohen is a well-known man in our circle, so I have heard about what happened to him. Everyone's been talking about how he's a fraud who swindled millions of dollars from companies, and now he's being sued. Tell me, did he really commit a crime, or was that your doing? A little mix of both. He's a very bad man, so exposing him wasn't that hard. I thought so. He was a suspicious individual from the start. Though, it's pleasing to hear his name being slandered. With all those problems surrounding him, hopefully, he won't be able to sleep at night. Oh, he won't. From the defamation, his wife left him, and so did his relatives, since they are embarrassed to be associated with him. Man, he really is taking everything away from this guy. You devil. Yes, I am one indeed. There we go. Okay, sorry, but I lost a little bit of footage. I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. I am sorry. And I can't go back any farther than this. Okay, what I remember that we missed is, this boy started hitting on us. He kissed us. And he pulled us into a kiss. And Belial's like, okay, I'm not interested in a relationship. And he grabbed Belial from behind by the waist and was hugging him from behind. He wants Belial for himself. And he's like, what if I give you my heart? And Belial's like, I can rip it out of your chest for you. Don't worry about that. And he's like, no, not physically. So he wants Belial to be in a relationship with him because he gets such a thrill from, all the acts of violence, I guess, Belial does for him. So he wants to keep him. And Belial's like, I am not ready to give my heart to anybody. What happens after you die? I will be alone. I will be heartbroken. He's not ready to do it again. And he keeps pushing him. He's like, we're not talking about this anymore right now. And he's like, okay. And then he's like, okay, let's talk about your wish. Because he had wished for Cohen, to suffer. So Cohen, the guy, his target right now had, let's see, something came to light in the newspapers or something, and it really defamed him. So, like, the companies are leaving him, his family left him, everything, so the guy's pretty much lost everything. And, we asked what he wanted next, and he was like, I want him to die. And he's like, okay, which way do you want him to die? And so we get to choose death by accident or death by your own hands. And, I mean, come on, this guy would love to kill somebody with his own hands. We know that. But, we're gonna go with death by accident because it's cleaner for our client, even though he deserves to be in a mental hospital. But I would like to see it happen before my eyes. Is that possible? Anything is, but what an odd request. You should know me by now. You should know me by now to know the things I like. I passed him a smirk before opening the entrance door wide open. Then let us get going. After you. I took Shiloh to the crossroads where I would be granting his next wish. Cohen will be here soon. As I was searching for his target, I could feel the businessman's eyes on me. This is our first time heading outside together. Technically, our meeting was outdoors as well. Alright, when you successfully swindled me. You gave in to your own temptation to summon me. It was your own doing. And I'm glad I did, because it was the best decision I ever made. And I'm glad I met you. At that moment, my stomach churned from his words. Shiloh's speech had always been somewhat flirtatious, but it oddly affected me even more today. Just then, I was alerted when I had detected the target's presence. It's happening. I pointed to the other side of the road, and Shiloh's gaze followed along. There we spotted Cohen in his car, waiting for the traffic lights to turn green. In a blink of an eye, the truck sped down the road before colliding into our target. As the scene played out before us, I saw a grin on Shiloh's face. He's dead, right? With that impact and the vehicle that large, there's no chance of survival. Finally, that parasite is gone. The world will now become a better place. When other civilians flocked to the incident out of curiosity, Shiloh stood by my side with his focus on me. He took my hand and brought it to his lips for a kiss. You make me very happy. I'll never meet anyone else like you. I want you to be mine. Did I not warn you not to bring it up again? I'm a very persistent man who is eager to get whatever I want. A sigh escapes from my throat as I slapped his hand away. What an odd place and time to be confessing. Right after killing someone? You know, it makes him a bit excited. Like I mentioned earlier, your attraction towards me only spawns from your twisted desires. I've thought about it, and even if it's true, it doesn't matter. After being with you, other humans no longer interest me. Since no one can ever replace you, you must be the only one for me. Will you accept my confession? I pursed my lips since I was at a loss for words. You do not have to answer right away, but please, give us some thought. Shiloh then walked away to give me some space. Even when he left, his words lingered in my mind, making my heart clench. I really didn't want to make the same mistake as I'd done in the past. But when he spoke to me so tenderly, my cheeks turned red at the thought of how cold his eyes looked whenever he wanted to commit a crime with me. Those cold, soulless eyes were so captivating. Later, I went back to hell. I'm sorry you guys missed that one part. I thought I was recording, and apparently I wasn't. And I had already saved over it. No. But we got one more thing to look at before we end this episode. Lulu! Are you trying to pester me by constantly partaking in a discord with me? It was only because I wanted to know more about you. And you're saying this even though you've known me for centuries. Are you just wasting my time since you don't want to go out in the mundane world? I wouldn't call it wasting. I would say if I'm spending time with you. Also, I would have to remind you this room is my abode. Regardless, you should be leaving. Does my presence really bother you? I'm upset. Lucifer kept silent instead of responding to my question. Even though I tried reading into his thoughts to find out what he was thinking, his mind was curiously empty. Let's make a deal. I wish for you to leave me alone. We got a kiss! He's kissing us to shut us up! The 5th kiss of the day, by the way. Because we kissed all 3 of our food. And, this is our 2nd kiss from Lucifer today. If you know, him feeding us counts as a kiss. Out of nowhere, Lucifer turned my head and planted his lips on mine. Was he really trying to make me leave by deal with a kiss right now? This made me even more amused. We both know demons can't make a pact with each other. My head rang when the Demon King sent me a message with telepathy. Is smirking while you kiss a habit of yours? You had to deal with it. His hands then grabbed the back of my collar to forcefully pull me away from him. The deal's done, so you have to grant my wish. Now get out of my sight and go do your job. Aha, the sudden cold switch. Lucifer was a hard one to understand. Alright, now we are done. Alright. Yeah, we only missed a very small part, okay? Oh, I mean, story-wise, it would have been great to get it on thing, but in minute-wise, we only missed a very small part. So, thank you for joining me for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!